Hello students, welcome back to our next session of class 9 subject social science, and today we are going to start chapter number 3, movements towards a new world. Global trends between the two world war. After the First World War, people became economically poor. The immediate government in power were unsuccessful in improving this condition. People lost trust in democracy. Dictatorship begins in same countries, which became a driving force for the Second World War. Let's study the following series of events in this respect. First, fascism in Italy. Second, Nazism in Germany. Third, militarism in Japan. And fourth, global depression in 1929 to 32. Let's take the first one, fascism in Italy. In the First World War, Italy was on the side of winning nations and fought for those. It incurred a massive expenditure of $12 billion, lost lives of 6 lakh soldiers. Yet the other winning nations took over the choicest territories, ignoring Italy. Italy was angry and frustrated. Its nationalistic feelings was hurt, for which Italians considered its government responsible and was more than eager to avenge the national humiliation as soon as possible. In order to salvage Italy from such a dire situation, Benito Mussolini launched the Fascist Party. He adopted a bundle of sticks and X, a symbol of supremacy of Roman Emperor, as the symbol of this party. Fascism has evolved from the Italian word fasces, which means absolute control of the state on all things. Mussolini's maxims was one party, one leader. He gave military training to his party volunteers who wore black uniform. After coming to power, Mussolini captured Rhodes and Renaissance Island from Turkey. He also won Albania, Abyssinia, Fiume Port in 1924. After these victories, Mussolini snapped all ties with the League of Nations and joined the Rome-Berlin-Tokyo axis. Thus, Italy became responsible for the Second World War. Next, Nazism in Germany. Germany had lost the First World War. It was economically ruined. Paris peace process had compelled Germany to sign the Treaty of Versailles. Germans were extremely angry with his unjust treaties. Adolf Hitler joined the Nationalist Socialist German Workers' Party in 1919. This party came to be known as the Nazi Party. The Nazi philosophy included nationalism and socialism. After the death of German President Hindenburg, Hitler assumed the post and established his dictator rule. He adopted stern and aggressive policy and led the Germans toward narrow nationalism. Germans considered Hitler as Führer, means savior. Nazi soldiers wore military uniform and stuck a red strip on their soldier and wore a symbol of swastika. Hitler's authoritarian and militarist nature became obvious after coming to power. His main aim was to emergence of Germany as a major power. In the name of purification of German race, his policies were targeted at exterminates, Jews, gypsies, and mentally challenged people. By the end of the Second World War, innumerable European Jews lost life, which is known as Holocaust, means genocide. Hitler's expansionism, military actions against neighbor countries, and policy of exterminating certain groups led to the Second World War and became an important reason for the war. Next is militarism in Japan. According to the Treaty of Versailles, Japan got the benefit to province of China. England and France distributed many regions of Germany between them. Japan was quite displeased with this. In the 1921-22 Washington meet, Japan had to agree to have only 35% of English and American naval force. Japan also had to vacate the islands of Sakhalin and Siberia. The Japanese youth was angry at this. During this time there was elections in Japan and parties supporting militarism got the majority. The military nationalism of Japan adopted the policy of expansionism. Japan did not get permanent place in the League of Nations. The Western countries could not stop the imperialist activities of Japan. Japan captured and established the Manchukuo government 1932. Also it captured Koryo, Mongolia, Shenzhen and some province of China. It improved its relationship with Germany and Italy and let loose its string of imperialism. After Emperor Meiji, Emperor Hirohito also encouraged these activities of Japan. Thus, Japan snapped all its ties with League of Nations in 1933. Global Depression 1929 to 1932. The heads of most of the European nations had the belief that at the end of the First World War, when the post-war problems of the world will come to an end. But this proved wrong. Suddenly, a large number of shares began to be sold to Wall Street and stock market, causing the stock market to crumble. This was called as a Wall Street crisis by critics 24th October 1929. This crisis shook the whole world and shattered the economic condition of nations, giving birth to Great Global Depression. Most of the nations of world were affected by this, nations giving birth to the Great Global Condition, Depression. Even as superpowers like Great Britain had to sacrifice its policy, this affected the other nations of the world and international trade and industry. Prosperous nations like America also had to impose strict measures. Global trade was reduced to half. Thus, World War II started getting its outline. Now come to the next, World War II, the factors. The seed for World War II had been sown in Treaty of Versailles. Paris peace process had displeased many nations. The event that happened after that led to the World War II. So, students, let's study the factor responsible for the World War II. Causes of World War II. Very first, fierce nationalism. After the First World War, fierce nationalism developed in Germany, Japan and Italy. Germans could never forget and overcome the Treaty of Versailles. Consequently, Hitler captured some province of Austria and Czechoslovakia. Following his Nazi philosophy, the Germans must get all his province where Germans were staying. Italy could not forget that it was ignored in the Treaty of Versailles. Under the leadership of Fascist Party, Mussolini started his fierce nationalism and adopted imperialist policies. And on the other hand, Japan too gave into imperialism, thus world peace was in danger. Second factor, groupism. Since France was always afraid to Germany after the First World War, it entered into treaty with Belgium, Poland, Romania and Czechoslovakia. Italy signed treaty with Czechoslovakia, Yugoslavia, Romania, Hungary, Greece, Turkey and Austria. Russia signed treaty with Germany, Turkey, Lithuania and Iran. Italy formed the Rome, Berlin, Tokyo Axis group with support of Germany and Japan. England and France formed another group with democratic values. Germany signed a non-aggression treaty with Russia. Thus, a whole atmosphere of fear spread in the whole world. This factor too gave an impetus to the World War. Third factor, militarism. On one side, efforts were being made to maintain peace after the First World War, whereas on other side, European nations were competing with ammunition. The production of more and more weapons increased in all European nations. War weapons better than the others were being manufactured. Some nations like Russia, Germany began compulsory military training. All nations began to inducting more men into Navy, Air Force and Army. In the East, Japan increased its military force. Finally, the World War II had been declared when England and France tried to equip themselves with war weapons. Fourth, failure of League of Nations. In order to establish peace after First World War, the League of Nations was formed, but neither could it become a supreme organization having sovereignty over other nations of the world. Nor did it have its own army to make the nations follow its principle. Member nations were not obliged to take their problems to the League of Nations or to accept the judgment passed by it. Many nations had moved out of League of Nations. Initially, Russia and Germany snapped their ties with League of Nations. Later, Italy and Japan moved out because Italy had captured Abyssinia, Japan had attacked Manchuria, and Germany had snatched away some province from Czechoslovakia. Still, the League of Nations could do nothing. The greed for power among several nations became stronger in the League of Nations. It could not stop groupism. This was the biggest failure of League of Nations. Fifth point, Treaty of Versailles. At the end of First World War, the unconditional surrender of Germany front of the Allied nation brought an end to the war. Then the Allied nation undertook the peace process in Paris, in which the agreement made with Germany during the Paris peace process. This came to end to known as the Versailles Treaty. There were four provisions in the Treaty of Versailles. First, regional arrangement. Second, reductions in troops and disarmament. Third, the arrangement of distribution of gains at the end of war and war fine. Fourth, other provinces. The American President Woodrow Wilson, British Prime Minister Lord George, French Presidents Camillo and Italian Presidents Onalur played an important role in treaty. Germany was found responsible for the war fine of 6.5 billion pound was imposed on Germany. It had to give away the Ruhr region to France. The Rhine River had to be opened for international sea route. The Rhine region on French border was disallowed from being prostrate, as well as the rich region was given away. Most of the German organizations were confiscated. Alsace and Lorraine were to be returned to France. Germany was to give the France and other allied nations a large quantity of coal iron annually at the benefit of war. Germany was made to sign these terms and conditions on gunpoint and forcibly, because of which there was bitterness. Consequently, Germany's economy failed miserably. Next, imperialistic ambitions of Adolf Hitler. Hitler laid the foundation of Second World War. He had fierce nationalism, militarist in nature. That's why he wished the unity, stability and prosperity of Germany at any cost. The first victim of imperialism was Austria. Along with Germany army, he entered Austria 12th March 1938. On the very next day of the Munich Convention, Germany had captured Czechoslovakia on 1st October 1939. Thus, a grand German nation was created by Hitler. His imperialist policy was main cause of the Second World War. Next point, German attack on Poland, a immediate cause. The above mentioned causes had made the whole world to sit on the heap of ammunition. A small spark could blow up whole world, and this spark was Germans' attack on the peaceful Poland on September 1st, 1939 early morning. Thus, the World War II had begun. Britain and France warned Germany to stop the war immediately, but the Germany ignored the warning. Hence, Britain and France plunged into this war. Consequently, the war spread into the entire world. Let's have a look on World War II and outline. With the commencement of World War II, the world was again divided into two groups. On one side was the group of allied nations led by England and France, and on the other side was a group of Axis nations comprising of Germany, Italy, and Japan. Besides this, some other factors with war driven mentally had entered into this. Japan attacked the American Navy at Pearl Harbor. As a result, America gave up on its neutral stance and retaliated. It joined the Allied nations, thus making it stronger. When the war was going into full swing, America dropped atom bombs on two Japan cities, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, in order to stop Japan from moving any further. 1,24,000 people, Japanese citizens, lost their lives and there was absolute destruction. Japanese surrenders on 11th August 1945 and the World War II came to end. Let's see the effects of World War II. Immediate effects. First, economic effects. This war had caused horrendous destruction in the world. All the involved nations had incurred huge expense. America had spent $350 billion and other nations had spent more than $1,000 billion. Property worth the same had been destroyed too. England lost its property with 2,000 crore and Germany one can't imagine also. The nation of the world gave more importance for the production of arms and ammunition. So now there was a scarcity of things of basic needs. Production reduced, inflation increased, people were struggling for livelihood. There was scarcity of necessary goods in the market. The economic life of people was shattered. As a result, the nations of the world were pushed into an economic depression and there were major changes in the world politics and economy. Next is communism in China. Many nations of the world were impressed by way Russia had made a fast progress with its communist measures with the Bolshevik Revolution in 1917. China too was impressed. Japan had become weak after the Second World War. Under these circumstances, its control over China had receded, taking advantage of Mao's established Communist Party in 1949 at the end of the revolution in China. Next, the beginning of Cold War is the long-term effects. After the World War II, the world was divided into two superpowers, that was America and Russia. During the war, both the nations were friends, but after the war, the differences of opinions between them went on increasing. Thus, the Democratic America and Communist Russia became mutually opposite groups. Other small nations of the world joined these two groups according to their conveniency. The War of the World The war of the words and the war of ideologies that both superpower initiated in order to support or oppose each other's opinion created the atmosphere of Cold War. Many a time the situation for the Third World War seems to be created. Next, United Nations. At the end of the First World War, the League of Nations was formed in order to establish world peace. But the fact of the World War II occurred meant that League of Nations was a failure. At the end of the World War II on 24th October 1945, the United Nations was established with the purpose of peace, security, and coexistence in the world. Its headquarters was to be in New York. America's effort to establish United Nations had already begun from the time it joined the Second World War. The American President Roosevelt made four important announcements regarding freedom while giving him message to American Congress with the intention of human freedom, peace and security. First, freedom of speech and thought. Second, freedom of religion. Third, economic freedom. Fourth, right to freedom from fear. Later, President Roosevelt and British Prime Minister Churchill prepared an 8-point agreement while they were on ship in Atlantic Ocean, which later came to be known as Atlantic Agreement. The agreement includes matters like maintaining freedom and sovereignty of every nation, peace, security, social and economic welfare, and disarmament. Then the Foreign Minister of Britain, America, Russia, and China met in Moscow for world peace, which came to be known as Moscow Declaration. In November 1943, three superpowers held a conference in Tehran. The representative of 50 nations prepared the agreements for the United Nations of Washington in September 1944. On October 24, 1945, the 51 members nations declared the establishment of United Nations. India is also a part of it. Since then, 24th October is celebrated as United Nations Day all over the world, and presently 193 nations are members of the United Nations. Organs of United Nations. The structure adopted by United Nations to achieve its aims includes 6 organs. First, General Assembly. Second, Security Council. Third, Economic and Social Council. Fourth, Trusteeship Council. Fifth, International Court of Justice. And sixth, Secretariat. International Court of Justice is situated in Hague, Netherlands. All other councils are situated in New York, America. Now let's see the activities of organs of United Nations. Very first, General Assembly. The biggest organ of United Nations is the General Assembly. It includes the representative of all member nations. Every nation can send maximum 5 representatives to this, but during election only one vote of each country is counted. First, it can discuss, advise, suggest or recommend on any matter related to international relations. Second, it accepts the budget presented by Secretary General every year and allocates the expenses. And third, it attempts to find solutions to the economic problems of nations, human rights, disarmament or other international matter. And fourth, decisions are taken by 2/3 majority in general matters. Next, Security Council. This is the most important organ of United Nations. There are 5 permanent members in this with America, Britain, France, Russia and China. Other 10 countries are not permanent members, means they are elected for the terms of 2 years by General Assembly. This council enjoys tremendous power in order to maintain international peace and security. It solves the problems and disputes of the nations peacefully through negotiations and mediation. When any one permanent member does not vote in support of some important national matter, it cannot take a decision on that. This power of the 5 permanent members is called veto or right to deny. Russia has used this veto power maximum number of times. Third, Economic and Social Council. This council is also called ECOSOC. The General Assembly appoints of its retiring members of 3 years. This council tries to raise the standard of living of nations of the world without any bias of religion, caste and region. This council and its sub-councils work all over the world. WHO, that is World Health Organization, it works to improve the health of people of world. IMF, that is International Monetary Fund, works to establish financial stability. FAO means Food and Agriculture Organization, helps to improve agriculture production, forestry and fishery and raise the nutrition level. ILO, International Labour Organization, works to provide rights and justice to laborers of the work. Next, UNICEF, United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, or United Nations International Children's Fund now, undertakes child welfare activity to improve the health of the children of the world by providing nutritious food and education. Next is UNESCO. United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization works to improve the cooperation between nations by removing illiteracy, raising the standard of living of people through education, providing justice, education, science and cultural resource. Besides this, there are sub-councils and regional councils which undertake various activities. Next is Trusteeship Council. There are 5 permanent member nations in this council. The representatives selected by General Assemblies are included here. It oversees matters pertaining to the nations that have not acquired independence and are under some previous mandate. Also, nation defeated in the Second World War as well as its social, economic, political development. Next is International Court of Justice. Its headquarters is in the city of Hague, Netherlands. There are 15 judges in it who are appointed for 9 years. It solves dispute between the nations, gives verdicts on international disputes presented before it and gives legal advice. Next is Secretariat. The Office of Secretary General of United Nations is called the Secretariat. The General Assembly appoints the Secretary General for 5 years, secretaries, administrators, assistants, translator and experts, and also appointed to the Help Secretary General. The Secretariat is situated in New York, and the United Nations has constantly been making efforts to establish world peace, world unity, and to achieve the dreams of universal brotherhood.